Now, I'm tempted to say let's take a look at today's profile, but in any case, here's the map. 208 almost entirely flat kilometres, setting out from Maubourguet and taking the race away from the Pyrenees and into the Dordogne. There'll undoubtedly be a breakaway, which in the normal run of things you'd expect to be brought back, especially given that sprinting opportunities are running out. But there are several factors that might mean that doesn't happen. The first is simple fatigue after 3 hard days in the mountains. The second is the number of teams yet to win a stage, who'll all hope to have a man in the break. And the third is that as flat as it is, for as long as it is, there is one possible obstacle to a sprint on the run into Bergerac, the Côte de Montbaziliac, and Chris Boardman is on it.
Goes into the last 4 kilometres, 22 seconds to the good. He's looking at 5 minutes to the finish.
Well, this is almost the same advantage that his teammate Jack Bauer had on the running down towards Nîmes at the same 4 kilometres to go. It's Thibaut Pinot over on the right-hand side there in the white jersey and the blue shorts. He is up in second place in the overall standings. He's just counting the kilometres by, Phil, just hoping to get to kilometre number 3.
Absolutely.
23 seconds, Race Radio is saying. That's Nicholas Roach on the front.
They're trying desperately to bring this race back together. The men in black are Omega Pharma Quickstep, hoping that perhaps at the end it will be Mark Renshaw who will finish it off, or Matteo Trentin. But this man is going to go into the streets of Bergerac here, looking at 3 kilometres up in front. Now remember, in that back group, once they go under 3 kilometres to go, the leaders of the Tour will breathe a sigh of relief in these conditions, because if they fall, they would not lose any time, or indeed, if they get a flat tyre.
Well, they're getting themselves organised now. It's Omega Pharma Quickstep. This last little incline will hurt this man who's been leading the race since the top of that final climb just about 10 kilometres ago. He's now going over the Dordogne. This is very hard now. Now he starts to get a couple of sweepers over to the right-hand side, but those 2 sweepers to the left as we come into the final kilometre could be the advantage that he may well need. It's 16 seconds advantage.
Well, I'll give him 20, because that's what the race radio is. Now we've heard the pile up, there it is. They should have just gone under the 3 kilometres, which would be crucial, because Frank Schleck is on the floor and standing up here.
Peter Sagan is down there on the left-hand side in the green jersey. Now, let's see where it happened. It was fairly close to the front of the main field. It's difficult to know who went down there.
On the left there.
Well, poor old Peter Sagan.
All of these riders get the same time. Greipel has gone down as well. So these riders may not lose time, but so has Romain Bardet gone down as well. Number 82, as he sat on the floor there. Well, wow, Paul, that's just inside the official rule of 3 kilometres. So let's hope they all just get up. They only have to get up and ride home. They don't lose time. But we have lost some big names in that pile-up. There is Bardet on the left. Sagan is still on the road. They know time is no longer of importance, but winning the stage has gone.
Now, this confusion here that we're looking down could actually be to the advantage of Raimanas Navadauskas, because who's going to chase him down now, and there's going to be no organisation behind?
Well, we're waiting to rejoin the action, because he's up there by himself and he's looking for the finish, and he's inside 2 kilometres to go, and Navadauskas, he'd be totally unaware of that. He doesn't care. He's concentrating on first place. Well, it's a good job they have that 3 kilometre rule, as the riders now try to win the day, and Navadauskas is going for it.
Well, he's looking for the kilometre flag now, which will give him the 1,000 metres to go. It's Omega Pharma Quickstep are the last men standing there. They've still got 4 riders towards the front end of the main field. I think Daniele Benati's right up there in the lime green, but so too is Alexander Kristoff. There is the Flamme Rouge.
1 kilometre to go. It is déjà vu as the race into Nîmes. A different name, but the same team, Garmin Sharp. Jack Bauer thought he'd won at this point after a breakaway of 221 kilometres. He was caught 50 metres from the line, but the difference is the main field is totally disrupted, and there's no organisation to catch this man. He deserves this victory. He took it by the horns, and he's had a little bit of fortune with the crash, but he's the deserving winner today.
Well, he's the man who took the initiative. He's the man who took the jump on the climb when we came up towards the end. There's Vincenzo Nibali. He's got nothing to worry about here this afternoon. Let's not forget, he started the day with a 7-minute advantage, and the accident was inside of 3 kilometres to go.
And it wasn't where we anticipated wet roads causing a problem. It was this left-hand bend here, which is 5 500 metres from the finish. They're around the bottom bend. They haven't given up. It's just like the picture we had in Nîmes. A man in garment sharp going for it. The picture behind. The riders assembling for the sprint. Christoph is there. He's waiting to launch his attack. The cameras will have to get out of the way. The run is coming. Surely not a garment sharp capture on the line. He's got to keep going, and he's done it. Well, Garment Sharp deserved that one, and it's come in the form of Ramus Navadauskas, and the sprint as Delden Co, beaten again, comes up, and Christoph alongside him.
Well, John Degenkolb will be kicking himself tonight, but that was a great move by Garmin Sharp. There is the yellow jersey of Vincenzo Nibali. What a dramatic run into Bergerac this afternoon. There is Thibaut Pinot coming in with Alejandro Valverde, but that crash inside of the final 3 kilometres, Phil, will talk about a bit of chaos.
Well, all I can say is thank heavens for the 3 kilometre rule. It used to be only 1 kilometre.
There's
There
TJ
comes
Van
the yellow
Garderen.
jersey, and TJ there with his 2 teammates, Peter Velits, Daniel Loss, bringing him home as well. It goes down to the time trial now for TJ Van Garderen, who will look to try and climb at least 1 place over Romain Bardet, who is still behind, having fallen in that crash, but will not lose any time tonight.
So, result first, Navadauskas by 7 seconds from the chasing bunch, headed by John Degenkolb, then Alexander Christoph, Mark Renshaw, Daniele Benatti, Alessandro Patacchi, Samuel Dumoulin and Julien Simon. Because of the crash inside 3 kilometres, everyone else got the same time, although they rolled in dribs and drabs. Perrault and Bardet were the only GC contenders to come off, although Peter Sagan was down too. Now, sometimes you just have to wipe your nose before you do anything else, even when the super slow-mo camera's on you. The good thing for Ramunas Navadauskas was that he had time to wipe it, unlike his teammate Jack Bauer on Sunday, as the smart break beat the disorganised sprinters.
Yeah, it was our team plan, and Charlie Wiggles, he put this on the paper, and we say, for sure you need to try your all best, and whole team was motivated, and I was really happy when I saw all teammates around me, and they pushed it really hard before the climb, and what amazing performance of Tom Hjeltelen. He was on the top, and he gave extra pull for me, and yeah, it was an amazing job for all team, from masseurs to directors and like all cyclists.
Personally, for me today, I think I had one of the worst days today in my tour. I cannot be happy. I really tried to, or wanted to support Johnny at least before the climb, but it was not possible for me. And yeah, very unfortunate that he again becomes second. Disappointing.
So Garmin finally win their stage, and the list of those teams without one shrinks to 13, which means at least 11 will finish without one, and quite possibly all 13 of them. No change at the top of the standings ahead of tomorrow's time trial, the only imponderable being how much Jean-Christophe Perrault and Romain Bardet will hurt when they wake up in the morning. Vincenzo Nibali was held up in the crash but didn't go down, and that, at this stage in the race, is pretty much his only concern.
Ero subito dietro, ho visto che c'è stata una scivolata, però non saprei dire come è successo. Il fondo stradale non era molto buono, però io con la mia squadra non abbiamo preso grandi rischi e oggi era importante questo.
Now, Peter Sagan, of course, also has the green jersey won already, barring accident, and he, but for his accident today, would have had a chance at finally getting a stage win.
What happened? Everybody see what happened.
Well, we saw afterwards, but we didn't see the fall. What's happened?
Nothing. I was first rider for what happened crash, and it was very wet, and the asphalt or road, it was, I don't know, very sleeping.
Slippery.
Yeah, because also when I crashed, after I was trying the road, and it was very slippery, yeah. And nothing. I'm a little bit unlucky because it's last stage. Tomorrow is time trial, and I wanted to do well, my best, but
and the big sprinters were gone as well, so it was a really good opportunity for you.
Yeah, also, but then it was come breakaway, you know.
Yeah,
and I don't know. This is right, and I'm happy for a green jersey. I don't broke nothing, and I can come to Paris.
What about Paris? You could win that, couldn't you?
We will see. Yeah, I don't know.
It must be a big ambition of yours, though, to...
I hate the question, the journalist, because every day ask me, it's a good opportunity for you. Yeah, and then it's happened this. And
I'll never ask you again, I promise.
Okay.